All right, Tommy here, and we are going to be diving into traffic. All right. The key thing about traffic, and it's basically, as you've heard, is SEO. All right. The key to SEO is knowing how to measure your traffic. All right. It's knowing how to get relevant votes. We're going to be talking about more about these votes there, and it's putting it into a reach that's valuable for the client. All right. In this case, this particular gym, its traffic it's getting is valued at about $700 a month of free traffic. They're not paying that much. This is just a little metric that this software likes to use to give you an idea of how valuable your links are, kind of thing. So this would be a very valuable place to be. All right. So the reason we're going to be diving into all this and using the gym is that I know most likely, if you're a business owner, you've been pitched SEO or search engine optimization, and that's what gets you in here. All right. The map listings up here is going to be a totally different thing. It's measured a different way that I'm going to do on a separate video for you. But getting back to SEO, some business owners, when I say that word, like instantly, their face just gets this, look of disgust and frustration, and it's like, yeah, right. Whereas other ones, the ones that are, super happy with it are the ones that are seeing the results because they're on the first page, they're getting more sales from being there, and they're also able to deliver more value to their customers. Whereas this guy is just simply not making money, but he's spending money, okay? And it's being just poof. This is my poof sign. And they're still sitting back on the second, third, eighth page of Google and wondering where their money's gone. All right. At the end of this video, you're gonna know the right kind of questions to be asking anybody that offers you SEO, how to find a good SEO expert, or how to do it yourself if you want to put in the time, the diligence. Get the software, learn the tracking mechanisms, learn what's relevant to Google and what's working now. Okay, you can do this on your own and then, enjoy these same benefits from getting to that top spot. So let's dive into that. As for example, we're going to be using gyms in Scottsdale. One thing I want to point out too while I'm doing it, like the first tool is this Moz Bar. You'll see as I'm searching here, you have these little bars underneath each of them. The DA is for domain authority, the PA is for page authority. It's just a way to say like how good those pages are. And to give you an idea, Facebook is 100, YouTube is 100, Google is 100, and a decent local website is, trust me, some of these are going to be 1 and 1. Like this one for Max, it's 1 and 6, right behind a 1 and 59 kind of thing. So it's kind of a gray area, but understanding these subtleties will come into play a little bit later. But I just wanted to point those out to you because we're going to be using our top dog for right now. We're throwing out Yelp because we're not really worried about beating Yelp because we could overcome this as we increase our own domain authority, just like how this 6 beat out this 59. Because it's more relevant to what we're actually searching for, as opposed to Scottsdale and gym ownership. That's very specific. Same thing with small local businesses. They're very specific. They're very localized, and so it doesn't take as much effort and as much linking power to get to those top spots. So with all that said, we're going to get back to this page so that it makes a little bit more sense now. I plugged into Independence Gym. Again, I'm approaching this as if I want to beat this guy. I want to outrank him. All right. So what I see that they do have going for it is worth it. That you can see how their traffic has gone up and up and up over time. Let's look over the last month. It's been 6 months, year. All right. Kind of went up and down, but then overall, last 2 years they've been doing pretty good. All right. So something's working for them, and what tells me is I need to look at the links. This is what we always look at, are backlinks. I'm going to use backlinks, votes, influence, all interchangeably here. All right. And there's follow links and no follow links. And we can see that again with this tool, if I want to highlight all the followed links on this page, that's all followed. And no follow. All right, these are no follows here. All right, so followed and unfollowed are very important. You want followed links on your website. No follow links are important or useful, but I'm not going to get into the details of that. Just know that there is a difference in your links that you get. From those links, you have different ones here. They're measured differently. I already know because I tried it out. These two, this site, the penstake.com, makes my computer whiz out, so I'm not going to click on those. And it's that's what you got to be afraid of sometimes when people are linking to your site or doing SEO work for you. They can link some weird stuff to it, and then it can mess up your site. So you want credible links. So this was a very good one though. IronAffinity.com, pro Troy athlete, blah blah blah. I have it pulled up right here, and as we can see here, this is a decent domain authority of 20, page of 12, very good. And this was simply a very organic, very doable type thing that happened here. This guy looks like he came to the gym here. This video was up at one point because it's from 2013. They have a good anchor text here going directly to their website. So this is a good vote. This is like Google seeing something that says, hey, there's value. It has Scottsdale on the page, has gym on the page, has direct link to their site. So this is probably one of the things that's powering up their rankings. Same thing, the strongman camp. I'm not going to click on all these, but you can get the idea that, you know, these votes that you get are very powerful. So how do we get votes to our website? Well, as a business owner, if you want, you can go find websites, use this toolbar, start searching around and find websites that would allow you to do like a guest post, a sponsored post, or something like that to get links on their site. All right, then you write a piece of content, you deliver value. All right, this isn't like a spammy kind of thing where you're just trying to tell them to do something for you. You're offering value in exchange for a link on their site. All right, that's one way to do it. All right, the other way to do it is to create your own authoritative website. All right, and that's what I also do, or other SEO, the real SEO experts do as well. They have their own pool of websites. For example, this is a Cyber Monday fashion sales. This is a site I own. You can see that I can edit it, so it just, you know, a simple way of saying I'm not full of bullshit. Pardon the French, but you can see it has a good domain authority, good page authority. All right, and it's a real website. You know, there's real content on it. There's real stuff on here that I can then use this to power up a client site. All right, and I match it up with a client that matches up its needs, and we have all kinds of different websites like this in our arsenal. Okay, so we match it up so that it looks real, it looks doable, like Google appreciates it. All right, and that's how you point more votes to a client site to then move them up the ranks so that they can be in that top spot. All right, and that's what a lot of people don't get, is that SEO is very, very predictable in the sense of what it needs to work. All right, what you need is original content. Okay, and the amount of content you need is specific to the niche that you're in. Some websites will need more than others, all right? And some will need less than others. The other thing that you're gonna wanna have are your votes. Same kind of thing. Beverly Hills plastic surgery is gonna need, like if I had to get on the page one for Beverly Hills plastic surgery, I'm gonna need a lot more of those website votes to get that top spot, okay? But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about small local business, you know, Jim's Tree Service, you know, Bob's Plumbing, things like that, you know, or let's talk about more retail stores or things like that, rental companies, let's say, you know, inflatable rentals, you know, those little big bouncy houses. Businesses like that where it's not going to be nearly as cutthroat, but there are processes that you need to go through to get that. Also, other influences for SEO is is mobile friendliness. Okay, you want to have a website that looks good on a desktop and a phone, and that's my tablet. So that's my computer, phone, and tablet. And by doing all those, you'll be able to set yourself up. All right, it's just a matter of time. That's the only other thing that I didn't mention. Some of these things, it's just the domain needs to have time to become authoritative. All right, you're not going to start a website today and tomorrow be able to have it a high domain authority. It needs time to age. It's just like with SEO though, but really realistically for small local businesses, anywhere between 30 and 90 days, you can expect to see some pretty significant changes. On more competitive niches, I would say 180 days. Depending, like I said, depends on where you start at. But if you're doing all these things right, producing good content, original content, getting good votes, and a mobile responsive website, it's just a matter of time before you start seeing the rankings, getting more business, delivering more value, and having that exchange of services, where you're going to deliver value and they're going to give you dollars. Okay, so the next thing that's SEO in a nutshell. That's enough of an overview so that it's very predictable, very doable in the sense of how to get it done. That you can ask somebody if they're going to try to pitch you on it. All right. Now the map listing is a different kind of ball game. All right. The SEO down here. Okay, that's down here. And then these are our maps, and then sometimes there's ads up here. But for the map listings, the Google My Business is the key to it. Google My Business. And on the next video that I'm going to have up here, I'm going to go into details about how Google My Business is the driving force for all of your local map pack listings, and how you can predictably jump into this really quite easily if you're willing the same kind of thing. If you're willing to put in the time, okay, if you're willing to purchase the resources, because like anything else, it takes time, resources, energy to get this things done, and know how to measure the result. Okay, to whenever something happens, how do you adjust accordingly? So that's what we're going to go into on the next video.